Hello, Taurus. Welcome to your reading. My name is Nigel, and you have found Alchemy. This is your reading that will cover this moment until the end of the year. So what you see here on the table could happen tomorrow, or it could happen the last day of the year. Now, it also depends on when you're viewing this as well. So keep that in mind and keep that under your hat, Taurus. So let's get started. We're going to start with career. Now, let me get my little, here it is. Each section, each sector represents a different area of your life. We're doing tarot, we're doing oracle, meaning the tea leaves, and oracle out here. And we're also doing, obviously, charms. So we'll start here at career and business and wrap around the big wheel, okay? So let's get started. We have, let's start with the tea leaves. We have, in career and business, there's crib. It says birth or conception of a child or enterprise. So obviously this is not a child. In career and business. You may be thinking about starting a brand new enterprise, thinking about starting a brand new level in your life. You could have implemented this already, or could be in the thinking stages for you. But there is definitely a birth of something here indicated, and a marriage. So obviously we're talking about career. Now this could be a marriage between two people in a business partnership, or honestly, it could be a commitment that you're making to a brand new path here, Taurus. Take it as it resonates there. You have the Ten of Cups. I mean, this is a great omen. Let me see if I can make sure. Yep, I think I could focus that a little bit. Anyway, it is the Ten of Cups, I promise you. So it is the Ten of Cups here, and the Ten of Cups is such a great omen for career and business. It's Mars and Pisces, but more than that, it's innovation, right? It's a great omen, like I said. Your hard work in this sector will pay off. This is a sort of guarantee of that. You're going to close out a certain cycle, and you're going to move on to another, and it's going to be very joyful. Now, here, you have this charm here, and it says never give up. And it was upside down, inverted. You may have walked away from a career path, or will, or you may want to, but you're at some point, you either have done this already, or you're thinking about doing this now, or you're going to think about doing this before the year is out. But this represents walking away from an old career path that no longer suits you, or that you don't want to do anymore, or that perhaps you never felt particularly connected to. But it is the ending of one thing and the beginning of another, even if that is just in thought. That is the beginning of something here. And you do have here the euro, and when we pull this coin, this represents travel. It doesn't necessarily have to be to Europe, but it is travel in the air, overseas, somewhere far. It could be coast to coast, absolutely, but it indicates travel, and travel in regards to some sort of work. You may be traveling to learn something for work. You may be traveling for work. You may be going on a trip that will benefit your career in some way. If not, I guarantee you such an opportunity will crop up, and plans will be made during this time here, Taurus. You will have the tiger's eye star. And, the star obviously is, first of all, tiger's eye is extremely protective. It's a protective stone. So your path here is somehow protected. The star is a wish being granted, or you will be in the spotlight somehow in your career. Definitely spotlight energy here. Yeah, I don't want to do the border yet. I'll do the border as we go wrap around here, because I think it has more to do with this, and I don't want to lose the interpretation here. You have in social life others. Now it doesn't have to be social life meaning friend group. It certainly can be. It many times is. But this is anything outside yourself, right? Other people. You have here the Nine of Swords in reverse. So, like with the Nine of Swords in reverse here at Mars and Gemini energy, you may have lived through some sort of dark night of the soul. You may be coming out of a dark night of the soul. If you're in a dark night of the soul presently, you will be coming out of it. However, for this to be on the table, it's impacting you for better or for worse. For instance, if you have gone through a dark night of the soul and come out of it, you may be benefiting other people with your story. If you're coming out of a dark night of the soul now, that obviously is going to benefit you. There's other people involved in this somehow here, Taurus. It is in this sector. So keep that in mind. You do have the letter M here, and the letter M may be the letter M. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, so the letter M may be significant to you in your social circle or with a person around in your life. You have here, let's look at this first. You have the silver butterfly, one of the silver butterfly charms here. And the silver butterfly symbolizes intuition, reflection. It's very moon energy. It's lunar energy. It's your inner thoughts. And your inner thoughts, being that this is in your social or your other people sector, your inner thoughts about someone is accurate, Taurus. Even if you have no real proof, you have a gut feeling about someone around you. And this could be good or bad. Honestly, it could be either. I don't see any harsh warnings here. But this is sort of confirmation. I mean, that there is someone around you that you have a gut feeling about. And you're like, I don't really know this person that well, or I don't know if I'm right, but you are. You're correct about them, for better or for worse. You do have here the sign of Pisces. That might mean something to you. It definitely might mean something to you. This person that you're dealing with may have Pisces highly aspected in their chart. For instance, me, myself, my big four are all fixed signs, but I have a Pisces stellium. So at first glance, you might not look at me as very Piscean, but I am. So if there is someone in your social circle and you're they popped into your head during this explanation, look into their chart, because their chart certainly may surprise you. And it's very easy with the information today to look it up for free. You don't need an astrologer for that. Now, on the border between others and love, you have the memento morte. I don't know if you can see that. The memento morte charm, and it is on the border, so it's connecting these two things. Now, remember, this basically what this means is remember that you will die. It's Latin for remember that you will die. And it may sound negative, but it really isn't. It's just sort of a prompting that it's time to remember to take action and do not waste time. The question is, what do I want to spend my limited time here on earth doing? It is a find your purpose charm. It is also a let's light a fire under our butts charm. If there is someone here in your life that you haven't really moved forward with, that you were thinking about moving forward with, I mean, this very well could be an indication to do so. So take that for what it's worth here, Taurus. It does say here, made with love. I don't know if you can see that. I don't even know why I bother holding these up. Some of them you just can't see. But it is made with love. There is something here in your life that has long-term... All right. So what this means is that the long-term possibility for your love life, right, is here. As long as you approach it with purity. And when I say that, I don't mean lack of passion. I don't mean boredom as far as that's concerned. I mean with purity, meaning with truth, right? With truth. Whatever it is, I can't help but think there is someone in your immediate surroundings here that you have a gut feeling about, but you haven't taken particular action with. There is something you need to take action with. There's something you should take action with. There is something pure around you, perhaps. There is something that needs purity in order to really plant seeds for your future. You do have the charm of Taurus here, and obviously that is a good omen here in a Taurus reading. So, and ironically enough here, you have another silver butterfly. So do you see how this is on the border? You have this charm of memento mori, and our time is limited. Seize the moment, right? Don't put it off. Is also on the border of others and love, and you have two silver butterflies, one in others and one in love. Yeah, as I said, in the other. I am doubling down. Use your intuition. You have a gut feeling that is correct here. There is a gut feeling. You have the card of Temperance here, and this is the classic card of Sagittarius. And, you know, interestingly enough here, you also have the horse, and the horse can be looked at as a Sagittarius card too. So just like I said with Pisces here, I'm saying the same thing with Taurus. Look at someone's chart and really look to see where Sagittarius is in their chart, especially if it is a love interest. You have horse here. Before we get to Sagittarius, it does say short journey. I do think that that horse is indicative of the sign of Sagittarius, and I do think that journey may be, the short journey may be that this is someone close to you in proximity, someone you speak with a lot, or someone that's next to you, or someone that's near you, someone that you come across in a very short period of time. It could be any or all of those things. Now with Temperance here, okay, I'm like flustered for some reason. I wonder if you become flustered when around this person, or if you will become flustered, or if they become flustered around you. That could be. You may be, with this Temperance card, you may be patiently waiting for something or someone, or perhaps are being advised to be patient. It is the card of patience, of alchemy, of weighing, not weighing things, but more like balancing things, creating something out of nothing, or creating one thing out of another. It is really a nice energy here for your love sector, Taurus, for sure. Now here in your advice, you know, interesting, you do have love. I mean, love is on the table here. I mean, for those of you who just wanted to hear about business over and over again, we of course will get to that, but love is here on the table for sure here, Taurus, and it is in your advice sector. And for love to be in your advice sector, Spirit is trying to tell you to choose love. You also have the Judgment card here in reverse. Now, the Judgment card is Pluto and Leo. Could be, I mean, it does represent fixed energy. It encourages self-analysis, right? When it's in reverse, introspection. With the card of love, you may be putting off getting into a long-term relationship. You may have doubts. You may have lingering doubts. It's either in you may have doubts in very super hidden inside you, or you may have doubts with the people around you. If you are already in a relationship, try and gather a lot of facts before believing any rumors or gossip about your partner if that is coming to me for some reason. So definitely look at all things before you pass a judgment on the situation. You also have the blue lace agate, and with this, it is very feminine energy, and this is helping you find your voice. And for those of you who are already well-spoken, carrying this stone can help deepen this quality. Now, I'm not selling you anything. I don't sell these stones. So, I mean, me telling you this isn't going to make me any money. The only thing I will tell you is don't get it from Temu. Don't get it from anything except a seriously legitimate crystal seller, someone who you really know sells authentic things, because even in its authentic form, it's not going to be expensive. But if it's a piece of glass that really looks like something, but it's not, it's going to do you no favors at all. So that's the only piece of advice I'm going to give you. Now, here in advice, finding your voice, not passing judgment too quickly, okay? Because judgment is a fixed sign energy, and you, my dear, are a fixed sign. So don't pass judgment too quickly with love. Don't do it. That's the only advice here, okay? So now, moving on to Spirit and Self, you have the eagle, and it says triumph over troubles. The eagle is obviously a classic symbol of freedom, too. And here you have the Two of Pentacles in its upright form. I love that for you. This is Saturn in Capricorn. But, you know, more than that, it's finding balance. It's a positive growth. The balance of the personal and like money and love, balancing that. Finding that balance is attained during this time. And there's not much here in this sector. So my opinion here is that you're going to be achieving this during this time, or you have already done so. This is going to be kind of easy for you to start balancing things, for you to have it all. I mean, that's basically what it means, having it all, triumph, having it all. There's no bumps in the road here, right? It is sort of charm-free. So let's move on to home and family. Now, in home and family, it says leg. It says stepping into a new experience, and that certainly may be true. Or this could be you walking away from an experience. So you're either moving towards something or you're moving away from something with this leg. And I can see here with the cards how, or at least with the charm and the card, how this may be ripe that way. You have the King of Swords, and the King of Swords could represent male or female, an Aquarius in your home and family. Yeah, this could be you too, but I see two scenarios here, Taurus. You could be dealing with an Aquarian and a King of Swords type character, somebody who, male or female, has a sword of truth, and what they think is true is true. They're not, listen, I'm an Aquarian. It's not a bad person. It's just someone who's pretty black and white, right? But in all honesty, for some of you, the other half of you, there's half of you have a situation like that, and the other half of you have a situation where you are stepping into this energy and you're walking away from some sort of toxicity, okay, within your family. So which is it? For you, it's either going to be you dealing with someone who may be on the stubborn side, and trying to get a leg up with them, or you stepping into the King of Swords energy saying, you know what, I'm using the sword to cut you off, like that. You also have here an arrowhead, right? And the arrowhead is pointing from your well-being to home and family, ironically enough, right? And what does that mean? The arrowheads are protective. You may be feeling very defensive, or you may be speaking or dealing with someone who is very defensive. It's made of shungite, by the way, and that is sort of like a purification, right? So it's pointing from your well-being to family, purification, maybe purification or detoxification between you and someone else. This king could be you using that sword and that arrowhead to cut someone off, cut off toxic family BS, or this could be you dealing with someone like that, or trying to purify or detoxify a relationship that is currently problematic for one reason or another. So you tell me which that is here, Taurus, but let's move on to your well-being, being that we just spoke on that. Now you have the knot, and the knot, it does say unsuccessful plans, but when I see the knot card, I don't see that. I see traditionally a knot is binding. It is a commitment. So this may be a commitment you have made to yourself, or to something or someone else here in your life. You may have committed yourself here, and this is under your well-being. It could be your health. It could be your physical health. You know, it just could be your well-being, your mental and well-being. And that may be why one or two of you are cutting off this toxic family member, or at least thinking about it. I mean, it's pretty black and white here. Or while still others of you may be wanting to clear the air with someone and detoxify something. You have the Hermit here in reverse. Check that out. That is obviously the card of Virgo. You do have a few major arcana here in general from now until the end of the year. So it could be a very pivotal time for you here, Taurus. You do have the Hermit, and the Hermit in reverse can mean many things in many readings, but here it's coupled with the tea leaf of the knot and certain charms. And I feel like it's a coming out of isolation, or a coming into a new timeline, or being overtly around other people, choosing to be around other people that are very healthy for you. Take that as it resonates, right? It could be you cutting away toxic family ties and, you know, moving towards healthier relationships outside your family. It could be you just coming into groups of people that can help you with your career or your well-being. It could be anything like that, because you have here the white rose. And, you know, the white rose, let me see if I can see that. That was easy to focus, right? The white rose is fresh beginnings, clarity, dedication. And you also have the polished rose quartz. You see how shiny and polished that is? That is self-love. I mean, it could be love in general, but I think here under well-being, with the rose, and I mean, there's so many signs here pointing to you loving yourself and stepping into a period of detoxification. You're detoxifying something here, Taurus. I like that for you. Now, as we move on to your money sector, we'll talk here on the border that I was alluding to at the beginning of the reading. But you have finances and wealth, and you have the world in reverse. How interesting is that? You know, the world in reverse, like the Judgment card, represents the fixed energy of the zodiac: Taurus, Leo, Aquarius, and Scorpio. So obviously you are a fixed sign. So that does represent you. You are with this card, Taurus, you're at the precipice of a new life, but you have more to go. By the end of this year, you're going to be this close to achieving something. And it's not that it's out of your reach, and it's not that it won't happen. It's not that you were this close and you lost it. It's that you're this close, that by the end of the year, by the time you step into the new year, very shortly after that, you're probably going to be jumping timelines. There's no negativity here. This is like the universe telling you, you're this close, stay on track. And you may be feeling that, you know, by the time this year is coming to a close, you may be feeling like, damn, I'm so close, you know. And so that is something you should think about. You have here the sugar skull, and the sugar skull did come in upside down. And I'm not going to say in reverse. And that is definitely a departed loved one that's around you. You may not realize that it's upside down, so you don't put much thought into it. You may not realize it. If you want to ask for help, ask for guidance, please do so. The veil is thin. The veil is very, very thin, especially in November. So definitely do that. You have the bell here. And the bell is like ring the bell for the beginning or the end. And in this position, with the world in reverse, this could represent your wish to get up and running with a new path. It seems like whoever's reading this is, you have a new path in mind. If you're not already on it, damn, you're planning it. You want it. You can taste it. It's definitely here. It's here for the taking for you here, Taurus, for sure. Now, on the border, interestingly enough, between finances and career, and we both know they're very closely related, you have the unpolished rose quartz. Here we said that you had the polished rose quartz, and here you have the unpolished rose quartz. And the unpolished rose quartz is usually representative, right, of, God, how do I explain this? It's rough. It's rough, right? This is polished and this is rough. They both feel, and they're both the same energy, but one is ready and one is not. So it's not ready, but it will be, because what did we do? We started here and we went around like a clock, and we passed the polished version. You're not quite ready when this year ends, but you are so close. And you also have Archangel Michael right here, and very close to you, which indicates protection. And I would definitely, whether you believe in departed loved ones' energy or not, some things are true whether you believe them or not here, Taurus. And I think you should say your prayers or directly speak with the person who has passed over, because they're so close to you. I can see a lot of symbols indicating that. So definitely. Now you have handshake here, and this is finances and wealth. And it says a meeting with a stranger could be important. So this is like, keep in mind the time frame of this is before the end of the year. This is a meeting with someone you don't know now. Depending on, of course, when you listen to this reading. If you listen to it in December, you might have already met them. Same for November, honestly. So this is a meeting with someone that either you just met, depending on when you listen to this meeting, or you don't know at all. A meeting with a stranger is going to impact your wealth, your finances. So keep that in mind. This is a very good reading for love and for a new path on money. You have the fog. And, with this card, it is, you aren't seeing something or someone clearly or correctly. But we talked about that over here, right? There may be something that you're second guessing. All right. But the fog also could be, do you see the gray scale on this card, right? It could be a gray area that exists between one timeline or another, because we talked about that here. What did I say? You were so close. You may be, Taurus, in a gray area when you listen to this reading. but it is temporary, and it's so super temporary. It's not even funny, because you have the Queen here, and the Queen, whether you're male or female, this represents love and prosperity, right? Heavy Venus energy, love and money, love and prosperity, love and success. It looks like you definitely have both of those on the table. And it's not going to be achieved overnight, but you're on the right path. You just are. Give me 4 for Taurus, please. Give me 4 cards for Taurus. Look at that. 3 cards for Taurus. Oh, perfect. Okay. Twin flame. Yeah, there is someone here in your life that you are meant to be with. And I don't know what's happening. I don't know whether you're taking your time with this or whether you're second guessing it. There is someone here. And twin flame, yes, it could be an actual twin flame. You can look that up on the internet, or this just simply could mean the perfect puzzle piece for you. It doesn't necessarily have to be actual twin flame energy. You have self-worth and expectations. I think your self-worth by the time this year ends, if it's not already, is going to be through the roof. You're moving into a very healthy cycle here. Oh, look at this. And this is why I use the double deck, Taurus. Beautiful. You're actually the first reading that has pulled a double card. And I think I've done 5 or something like that. Here you have receive, be open to receive. And I really think that this goes with not just the love, but it goes with it goes with everything. It goes with your career. There's going to be a turn in your career. Your expectations here are on point. They're on point. Your self-worth is going to be through the roof if it's not already. Beautiful time for you, and it looks like you're moving into an amazing time. I'm going to pull one more of these cards for you. For Taurus, please. Give me a closeout for Taurus from now until the end of the year, Spirit. For Taurus, please. Beautiful. Thank you. You have, love this. Believe it or not, that is the Strength card. So in this deck, it is a little bit different, but as you can see, she's doing some falconry. And so male or female, it is Leo energy, but more than that, this is you having the strength, the stamina to face your demons, face whatever's going on inside you, face your past, face your future, and perhaps face a beautiful new path that's opening for you. It just is. It's opening for you. Be ready to receive. Be open to receive. There's 1 or 2 of you that are not open to receive love in the right way. Maybe you're skeptical. I don't know. There's something going on there that you need to release and open. But there's others of you that you're just primed for this. You're definitely primed for this. You're ready. Beautiful energy. I will see you during your year-end big 2025 summary. Namaste.